Hello all, welcome to Family Recipe Ghar.
Make ghee from homemade butter, but for that we first need lots of cream. So here I have accumulated around 15-20 days of cream. I keep this in my freezer, and then when I want to make butter, I simply keep it outside and
Let it come to room temperature.
when I want to make butter, I simply add 2 teaspoons of starter, that is curds, into this mixture, and then next day I churn the cream and we get butter out of it. Now let me churn it and show you how much butter I get from this lot. Here is a tip I would like to give you. So that the butter doesn't get stuck to the churner, I heat water a little bit
And dip the churner into the hot water before churning. I have already dipped this now. I was just wanting to show you.
I'll begin to churn the cream and let you know when I get the butter. After just about 5 minutes, the butter has accumulated, and you can see that it's not even sticking to the churner. That is because of the hot water treatment it received before churning. Now let's collect the butter. During summer, it's better to add some ice cubes or cold water into the cream mixture so that butter formation will be very fast. And during winter, you need to add little hot water into the cream and the butter will be formed very fast. Now one more tip coming your way. Before you handle the butter, just dip your hand in normal tap water. I have tamarind here. Just simply touch the tamarind all over your finger and palm and make sure it's fully smeared onto your palm, just like this. And now you will be surprised to know that it won't get smudged on your fingers. A valuable tip, isn't it? Just remember that. Look at that. See? Check it out. I have removed all the butter from the cream mixture, and you can see that I got almost 1 kg of butter here. I touch the butter and still it doesn't get stuck to my fingers. There. Do not discard this residue after removing butter, because it acts as a very good manure for your curry leaves, for your kitchen garden. So you can dump this under the curry leaves plant and you can see it go green all over. You don't have to use your hands to clean the butter. Simply put it in a container like this, add some water and clean it up like this. With the spatula, just go round, and then all the impurities will float on top, and then you can discard the water. Now this water has to be really very clean for the butter to remain fresh for longer. And after you throw away all this water, you can store this butter in the fridge for about 8 to 10 days. But then every day you need to remove it out and clean it with fresh water. That is how the butter remains fresh for a longer time. You can see that I have washed my butter really well. The tiny particles that are there in the water are all butter. There are no impurities now. Impurities in the sense milk solids. You need to clean it of all the milk solids, otherwise the butter will go rancid very fast and it will give a foul smell. So the cleaner the water, the better and fresh the butter will be. I use this butter for cake toppings. I mix this into the dark compound and make beautiful cake toppings or chocolate sauce or chocolate ganache, and some of it I retain just because we love to have our idlis with butter, fresh homemade butter. So now this will go in the fridge for our idli and dosa. The remaining butter I have put in a pan to make ghee. After washing the butter for 7-8 times, you can now see that the water is much clearer. And I'll throw this. What will happen if you don't clean the butter like this? Thing is, all the impurities will settle down when ghee is being made and it will get caramelized and the ghee flavor will be affected by it. So it's better to have clear butter for making clarified butter or ghee. Butter is on the gas. I'm heating it initially high till all the butter melts, and then we'll keep it on low so that the ghee doesn't get caramelized. Now so many flavors can be infused in ghee, like betel nut leaf or tulsi. Today I'm going to use tulsi to get beautiful granular ghee at the end of it. So now since it's melted, I'm going to turn the flame to low. Remember to stand by the ghee all the time, but you can stir it once or twice in between after about every 2 minutes. It takes a total of 10 minutes to get the ghee done. So let's wait. Always use a thick bottom deep kadai to make ghee, because the ghee splutters when it is getting done. Now you can infuse it with either betel leaves or tulsi. I am going to use tulsi today. Remember that the butter froths up like this if you keep it on high, so you always need to keep it on low flame. Now since we have cleaned the butter really well, it's not spluttering, like the impurities or the milk solids are not splattering out. You can see that it's a smooth process. So have your butter as clean as possible. It's almost 3 minutes. I'm going to drop the tulsi in that and let it get done. Now if you want this process to get done faster, you can increase the flame, but you need to stand by and stir it and keep a watch so that it doesn't brim over, because it will froth up like this when you increase the flame. So be very careful with this. Now you can see that the ghee is almost floating, the milk solids getting settled at the bottom. And how do you know the end point of the ghee? Well, you know, it's all bubbling right now. You can see when the bubbles stop, it means that the ghee is done. See that the bubbles have reduced a lot and it is less noisy too. Just stir it once or twice. You see big bubbles coming like this. So you can see big bubbles forming like this. That is when you can put off the flame. Can you see that? Now you can put off the flame. Since the pan will be hot, it will get done in that heat itself. And just let it stand still. After it cools down completely, you can strain it. Always go for a steel strainer like this and not a plastic one, because if you are going to strain it hot, the plastic may melt. But anyways, you need to wait till the solids seen in the clarified butter to settle down. The residue can be strained to obtain ghee from it. Now you can see the bottom. This is how the milk solids turn out when the ghee is done. A little golden color, golden brown. That is how it should be. And because the pan is still hot, the ghee will continue to get heated, and you can see a beautiful color. The ghee is getting a golden color. That's so beautiful, and the beautiful aroma is wafting the house. That's the beauty of homemade ghee. Ghee is still hot. I'm going to wait for at least half an hour before I'm going to transfer it into a steel container. You can store it in glass bottles or steel container, but please do not store it in plastic container. This homemade ghee is especially excellent for kids' health, as we have used starter in this to ferment the cream and then made ghee out of it. After storing the ghee, please do not throw away the residue. It can be used in making sweets as malai, or you can use them into your parathas. It will be very tasty. I've kept the steel container and a plate underneath so that if it falls, I can always collect the ghee and it won't go waste. I'm going to strain it like this. Ghee is all strained and ready. I've got almost around 300 grams of ghee. It's got a beautiful flavor and aroma. Now, if you like the process of making ghee, kindly hit the like button and do share it with your friends and relatives. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. After 12 hours of standing, this is how the ghee is made. With a lovely aroma, beautiful yellow color. I have not added any color, but it's a natural color and the flavor is awesome.